What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant. You're watching Suburban Nerd. This is a channel where I give my nerd views on today's nerd news, but also give reviews on movies. And today's movie I'm giving a review on is Nobody's Fool. It's out in the theaters now. You know, it's one of those Tyler Perry movies, which I didn't know until the actual beginning of the movie. It's starring Tiffany Hadish as Tanya. We've got Tika Sumpter as Danica, or what her real name is, Danica. You've got Whoopi Goldberg. You've got Omari Hardwick, I believe, is the semi-love interest, I guess. And then you've got what's his name? Mehcad Brooks, who we all know as Jimmy Olsen in the Supergirl show. You know, also we've got some extra cameos by the Catfish crew. Now, I'm gonna start off by saying this movie is not awful. That's my positive. The movie is not awful, but I did have issues with it. Now, let's just say that this movie is about Danica, who's a very successful woman. You know, she has this love interest, but the only thing is, it's a love interest that she hasn't met, and she's been talked to on the phone for about a year. It's just the fact that she's never gotten to see him because whether his computer's camera's down or the Wi-Fi is bad at his job or whatever. But that being said, they never get to see each other. Now, you've got this love interest, Frank, played by, Omari Hardwick, who is the owner of a cafe that she goes to get coffee every day. And every day he gives her coffee, gives her a rose, and she's been pursuing her. I don't know, but he's known her for about 3 years, but I don't know if he's actually been given a rose for 3 years. That being said, she has a sister, Tanya, who's just getting out of prison, and she has to take care of her sister, get her a job, and basically that's where the craziness ensues. You got this, it's sort of like The Odd Couple, but with the family, where you've got the sister that's straight and narrow, very successful, then you got the crazy, kind of ratchet sister just getting out of prison that has no filter or no limit whatsoever. And you see what goes on with that. Now, I did like the dynamic between Danica and Tanya. That being said, I feel they gave the reins way too much to Tiffany Hadish, or everybody in this movie, to just do whatever the hell they want. Now, I understand you're going for funny, but it was just over the top. Tanya, I loved Tiffany Hadish in the Girls Trip movie. That's where she had that breakout role, and her over the top was great, and it just worked with the movie. But this movie, it just seemed too much. It's like she was saying things that didn't even make sense. Now, there were lines here and there that she did say that was kind of funny, like she's gonna wash herself up. She's gonna wash her coochie up so good it's gonna squeak and all that stuff. Yes, funny. And then also a breakout funny person was Whoopi Goldberg, because she was a comedian, but she definitely had some funny lines and definitely funny moments in this movie. My standout star was the cameo by Chris Rock. Now, I'm not gonna tell you who Chris Rock is, but Chris Rock, when he shows up, they give him the reins and he definitely goes crazy with it, and it was funny. It was funny because, you know what? He was just supposed to be over the top. You look at him, he had the Jerry curl and everything. That was supposed to be over the top, understood. But everybody else was just like, damn, is everybody else a cartoon? Even a love interest, he seemed a little weird to me. Like, he's very complacent and just like, I don't know if it was because he liked the main character, Danica, and he was just dealing with it. That might have been what it was supposed to be. But he seemed whipped. Not even by Danica, just by the sister Tanya. And he's a boss. And I found that kind of strange. Then you've got, Mehcad Brooks, who plays Charlie in a movie that you actually do get to see. And he is, let's just say, I understand what they were going for in a restaurant over the top, okay. But the sex scene was straight up stolen from Waiting to Exhale. If you guys go Google or YouTube it right now, look for Waiting to Exhale sex scene with Whitney Houston, and it's almost exactly like this. It's just they made this do the scene from Waiting to Exhale, but just go overly exaggerated with it. Just go crazy with it. And that's where it's like, okay, and you, like I said, if you watch it, you will see it. You will see what I'm talking about. And then what he was doing, and it's just like they were just like go exaggerated with. And I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that they just went too far off. They could have found that nice fine line that Girls Trip found, where it was like over the top, but at the same time still sort of like reality based in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like toned down, but just some sprinkles of over the top. But with this one, it's like, yo, do whatever you guys comes to mind, ad-lib the shit out of it, do whatever. If it's crazy over the top, yo, it's gonna work, we're going for that whole Girls Trip vibe, and it doesn't do it. Girls Trip, I found, was very funny, very good, and there was even a moment at the end where their speech, what made me actually, like, my eyes watered up when she was giving that speech about empowerment of women. And I don't know if that's what they were trying to go for in this movie, but I found it also predictable. This love story was sort of predictable. You know she was gonna end up with the main with the guy from the end. Shorty tried to throw in a wrench, like, oh yeah, this person really does exist, or this and that, and like maybe it's a perfect thing. But then they just threw that out, like, okay, no, he isn't. And yes, that is what happens in real life. Sometimes you try and go with something else and it doesn't turn out to be as good. Yes, that does happen. But I didn't see what they were trying to go for. It really, it flew right past me. And I'm sorry to say that if I had to give this movie a grade right now, I'd give it probably like a C or C minus, if that, because I know what they were trying to go for. I definitely know what they were trying to go for, but it didn't hit me the way they were trying. And I heard some laughter. Yes, there's people that just love Tyler Perry movies. Everything Tyler Perry funny. Medea, everything she says funny. I'm not that type of person. I don't find Medea very, very funny. And at the end, I'm not going to tell you exactly because this isn't a spoiler review, but at the end, what happens for her to get the guy back, it was predictable as hell. I saw it before, like I saw it minutes, or I saw it as soon as they mentioned it. I'm like, that's probably what she's going to do for him to get him back. And then when you saw the lightning, I was like, oh, you definitely know that's what's going to happen. And when you watch a movie, or if you haven't seen a movie, you know, you'll know when you see it. See that lightning strike, you know what's going to happen. But if you haven't seen a movie, I'm just letting you know, when you see it, you'll definitely know. And I'm not trying to spoil it for you, but this movie is very predictable. And I'm sorry, I can't give it a higher grade than C or C minus because it wasn't anything special. It wasn't nothing new. The funny, the laughs, so what they were going for didn't hit me off as much as they thought it was going to go. And my favorite parts was, you know, Chris Rock. Tiffany Hadish, like I said, was funny here and there, but definitely too over the top for me. Danica, very beautiful girl, but just the way her choices and stuff just seemed kind of weird to me. And I liked their friend, the secretary. She was kind of cool. She was funny, and she seemed like a general friend. And Frank, he was a pussy. I'm sorry, he's whipped, and without even having it. So that's pretty much my review for Nobody's Fool. So if you guys want to talk about this, comment down below. Remember to put those notifications on, like this video, and just get back to me because I love talking back and forth about people that watch this movie. If you liked it, let me know why. If you didn't like it, let me know why. So remember to subscribe, check out my last movie review, and check out my playlist of movie reviews. And remember, I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Sub Urban Nerd, and you've just been notified. Catch you guys. Okay.